Alright, we are live for the Falcons franchise off-season number 2. Let me just make sure we should be. Oh, yep, now we are. So we're live for the second off-season here for Falcons franchise. And hopefully we have a good off-season. Uh-oh, hold on, give me 1 second. Alright, so you guys are going to see a screen with, I don't know, a whole bunch of lines on it for a second. But it'll probably look weird for you. I'll still be in the corner right here. See, exactly like that. You guys see it right now. Alright, but that is, we're in the wild card round. And I'm not going to do, I'll give people a chance to join. I'm just going to go through the playoff bracket, stuff like that. We'll go through stats. But at the playoff bracket right here, we have, in the AFC, the 1 seed is the Broncos. The 2nd seed is the Bengals. They play the 7-seeded Steelers. 3 seed is the Colts. They play the Ravens. 4 seed is the Bills. They play the Chiefs. We get to see that matchup again in the playoffs. And then in the NFC, first round bye, that's the Giants. Then the 2 seed, 7 seed is Packers, Lions. Then the Cowboys and the Buccaneers. Buccaneers are the 3 seed. Cowboys are the 6 seed. And the team blocked by my camera is the Panthers. They're the 5 seed, and Seahawks are the 4 seed. So we'll go take a look at the standings, then we'll go stats, stuff like that. Alright, the best team in the NFL was the Giants. The best team in the AFC was 11-6. Wow. 11-6. Okay, that's actually pretty surprising. But going division by division in the AFC North, the Bengals won that with an 11-6 record. Ravens and Steelers both made the playoffs at 10-7. Browns missed out at 8-9. In the AFC South, the Colts won the division at 11-6. Then the Titans at 9-8, Jaguars at 5-12, and Texans at 1-16 were the worst in the NFL. In the AFC East, the Bills won the division at 11-6, followed by the Patriots at 8-9, Dolphins at 7-10, and Jets at 6-11. In the AFC West, the Broncos won the division with an 11-6 record. Then the Chiefs also made the playoffs. They're the 5 seed with the 10-7 record. Chargers at 9-8 just missed out in the playoffs, and the Raiders at 6-11 also missed out. In the NFC, in the North, Packers win the division at 13-4. The Lions also sneak into the playoffs at 9-8. The Bears at 6-11 in third, and the Vikings at 3-14 last in the division. Our division, the Buccaneers win it at 11-6. Then the Panthers at 11-6 as well. The Saints at 8-9, and then we're at the bottom at 5-12. But a better season for us than our first season. Then in the NFC East, the Giants won the division at a record of 13-4, best team in the NFL. Cowboys also sneak into the playoffs at 11-6. Commanders at 7-10, and then the Eagles at 6-11. And finally, in the NFC West, a very interesting division. A bunch of teams about 500, 2 above, 2 below. The Seahawks won the division at an 8-9 record. 49ers at 9-8 as well. Sorry, Seahawks at 9-8. Then the Cardinals at 8-9, and then the Rams at 8-9. So those are the standings. Some interesting standings, to say the least. Stats. We will take a look at the stats here. We'll take a look at our stats and then the season league leaders. For us, Will Donaldson, the only person to attempt to pass, he was 274 of 435, 17 touchdowns to 23 interceptions. Had a solid rookie season, got sacked 35 times. I'd like to get that number down. And I feel like he's definitely our franchise quarterback moving forward. The touchdown to interception ratio isn't great, but that's just something you're going to get with me as the quarterback. Then rushing, Tyrell Algier broke 1,000 yards on 279. Did we have the same amount of rushing attempts with Algier as passing attempts with Donaldson? I meant completions, but no, we didn't. Just off. And also 8 touchdowns with Algier. Isaiah McKenzie, our second leading rusher, with 136 yards on 35 carries. Then Will Donaldson, 82 yards on 30 carries. DeMarcus Robinson, a carry for 4 yards. And the only player with a rushing touchdown this season was Tyrell Algier. We fumbled the ball quite a bit. Got a lot of players with fumbles. Donaldson with 7, Algier with 2, McKenzie with 1, DeMarcus Robinson with 1, Anthony Fursker with 1, and Kyle Pitts also with 1. Broken tackles, Tyrell Algier, we just with 27. Drake London then with 5. And yards after contact, that is Tyler Algier by a massive amount, 381. And the longest rush of the season for us was 66 yards. Receiving for us, our receiving leaders, the catches leader is Kyle Pitts with 62 catches despite missing a few games, 2 to be exact. And our yardage leader is Drake London with 921 yards on 53 catches. Kyle Pitts then at 814 yards on 62 catches. 434 yards on 47 catches for Isaiah McKenzie. 296 yards on 29 catches for Demarcus Robinson. Brian Edwards, 27 catches for 239 yards. Anthony Fursker, 22 catches for 185 yards. 23 catches for 145 yards for Tyler Algier. Then a bunch of guys chipping in, with just catches in the single digits. Our average yards a catch leader was Drake London with 17.4. And our receiving touchdowns leader was Drake London with 12, Kyle Pitts with 2, Isaiah McKenzie with 2, and Wade Zaccheaus with 1. Our run after catch leader is Kyle Pitts with 304 yards. And our longest pass play of the season was 86 yards, then Isaiah McKenzie had an 84-yard catch. Defensively, our stats, our tackles leader is Troy Anderson with 119 tackles, then Deion Jones with 114. Tackles for loss leader was also Troy Anderson with 16, Deion Jones with 13, Arnold Ebiketie with 10, Grady Jarrett with 8, Justin Coleman with 7, Eddie Donnell with 6, D'Angelo Malone with 5, Richie Grant, Marlon Davidson each with 3, AJ Terrell, I don't know how to say this guy's name, but him with 1, Eric Kendricks, Jalen Hawkins, and Timmy Horn also all with 1. Sacks, 5 for Arnold Ebiketie, 4.5 for D'Angelo Malone, 3 for Grady Jarrett, 2 for Justin Coleman, 2 for Marlon Davidson, a sack and a half for Troy Anderson, 1 sack for Deion Jones and AJ Terrell. And our interceptions leader, we had 2 players with 3, that's AJ Terrell and Casey Hayward. Troy Anderson, Richard Grant each with 2, then Justin Coleman, Eddie Donnell, Isaiah Oliver each with 1. And our longest interception return was 55 yards by Troy Anderson. Forced fumbles, we forced a good amount of fumbles this season. Deion Jones forced 3, Justin Coleman forced 1, AJ Terrell 1, Isaiah Oliver 1, Richie Grant 1, Donnell 1, Ebiketie 1, Malone 1, Davidson 1, and I don't know how to say this guy's name, 1. And touchdowns defensively, didn't even know they tracked that. We've got 5, Deion Jones, Justin Coleman, Richie Grant, Troy Anderson, and Casey Hayward, each with a touchdown. And we did get 1 safety, that came Troy Anderson in week 17, I believe it was, and we did not block any kicks. In the NFL, checking out the league leaders. Hold on, let me get to that. NFL league leaders, Russell Wilson leads the league with 5,329 passing yards. The touchdowns leader, Joe Burrow with 45 touchdowns. The interceptions leader is our rookie Will Donaldson with 23, but Deshaun Watson closely follows him with 22, then Kenny Pickett at 20. The longest pass play of the season was 89 yards. That came from Matthew Stafford. Quarterback that got sacked the most was Davis Mills, and Kenny Pickett tied with 47. The rushing leader, Derrick Henry, led the league in attempts and yards. He had 341 attempts for 1,994 yards. The touchdowns leader was Devin Singletary with 20, then Zeke with 18. The fumbles leader was Will Donaldson with 7. Broken tackles, that goes to Derrick Henry, who broke 71 of those. Yards after contact is Tyler Algier for the 2nd season in a row. He leads in yards after contact with 381. The longest run of the season was Jonathan Taylor with a 91-yard run, closely followed by Damian Harris with an 89-yard run. Receiving, did Cooper Kupp win the Triple Crown again? Let's see. Led the league in catches, yards, and touchdowns. Another Triple Crown for Cooper Kupp. He's got 1,982 yards. That's close to Calvin Johnson's record. I don't know if he broke it. 17 touchdowns and 119 catches. But Drake London also here with 12. He's tied for 4th on the receiving touchdowns list. Let's go check if he broke Calvin Johnson's record. He came close. Receiving yards. Cooper Kupp did. He did break the record. Broke the record of 1,964 yards with a 1,982-yard campaign. And touchdowns, nobody's touched 23. And back to the stats. We are on defensive stats now. Hold on. Defensive. Tackles leader was Brian Amos with the second with 155 tackles. Tackles for loss leader TJ Watt with 28. Then Aaron Donald, of course, has to be in the top 3 with 24. Sacks leader was Myles Garrett with 20.5. Chase Young also with 20.5. Interceptions leader was Akello Witherspoon with 8. Patrick Surtain with 6. Marshall Lattimore also with 6. And forced fumbles leader Deion Jones tied for the lead week with Jeremy Chin with 3 forced fumbles. Blocked kicks. How many kicks were blocked? A good amount. Not a ton. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Safeties, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 safeties, if I counted that correctly. And defensive touchdowns, did anyone have more than 1? No. But those are the league leaders from our second season in Falcons franchise. And I think year 3, as long as we get some good stuff, good players in the draft and free agency, could be a really, really good year for us. We could win the division, maybe make the playoffs, or definitely make the playoffs. And then, who knows, maybe we win the Super Bowl. But Staff Point's not going to spend those right now. Here is the roster heading into free agency. Sean Edmonds, I think, is going to move back to right tackle. We're going to draft a tackle, probably Marvin Dickinson in the draft. Brian Bagola walks in free agency. And any other major offensive changes, I don't really think so. Brian Edwards, he's a free agent. We're going to let him go. He just wants too much money to come back and probably look for someone to sign in free agency. Demarcus Robinson isn't bad, but I mean, he's more of a wide receiver 3 or 4, not necessarily a second wide receiver. Obviously, we do have Kyle Pitts, tremendous pass catcher, but I would like another wide receiver. Defensively, here's where it gets fun. We're going to move to a 4-3, so D'Angelo Malone, Arnold WK to each slide down and become left and right ends. We'll now have 2 defensive tackles. That will be Grady Jarrett and Eric Kendricks. Then safeties will stay the same. Corner Casey Hayward is going to go in free agency, so we are not going to bring him back. He's too old. He's 33 or 34. He's 33. Not going to bring him back. Going to draft a corner. I believe Wendell Generals will be the guy we target. And those are the major... Oh, Deion Jones, also a free agent. So now, changing the scheme, it's going to be a 4-3. We currently have a disguised 3-4. It's going to be a 4-3. Now, I'm debating, should it be a 4-3 cover 3? A 4-3 cover 3 defense focuses on methodical drives for offenses, pass rushing up front, coverage in the middle, and safeties unafraid to play aggressively. This defense will force the offense to sustain their drives with small gains. Or we could just go to a base 4-3. Base 4-3 is a defensive formation with 4 defensive linemen, 3 linebackers, ideal for generating a pass rush with minimal blitzing, allowing for 7 defenders to drop in coverage. That's what we want. And then we could also go 4-3 under. I'm not exactly familiar with this. The 4-3 under defensive scheme allows for more flexibility than the base 4-3, sorry, as it can change to a 3-4 or a 5-2. It requires solid fill-in players at both the defensive line and linebacker positions to be used at full potential. It's not quite what we have right there. And that goes back. Now, 4-6 defense. What is this? The 4-6 defense allows 8 players in the box to have a weak side defensive shift designed to confuse blocking assignments, bring heavy blitzes to outman and overwhelm offenses. Yeah, I don't think we're going to do that. Either, I'm trying to think what it might be best for our player types. Because obviously, if you're in a scheme fit more, then they're going to get XP and upgrade faster. Seems like the base 4-3 might be a bit better for us. I think we're going to go base 4-3. So now, we'll change around our defense. Looks a bit different as you see here. We'll have to make some changes. This will take a few minutes, so. But Arnold Ebiketie goes from left outside linebacker to left end. Same with D'Angelo Malone, except right outside linebacker to right end. D'Angelo Malone, right outside linebacker to right end. Let's do that. He goes to right end. And then Grady Jarrett, he's going to move inside to defensive tackle. Went the wrong. Oh, didn't even change it. Okay. So he moves inside to defensive tackle. Now, the defensive line is exactly how we want it right here. D'Angelo Malone, Grady Jarrett, Eric Kendricks, and Arnold Ebiketie, except I'm going to play Walden as our third defensive tackle. And then Marlon Davidson, he's also a free agent. I didn't talk about him. Then linebackers, it's interesting. This guy, I have no idea how to say his name, as I've said that like a trillion times before. He's a pass rusher, but he's also not bad in coverage for us. Not a starter, though. But, he's going to be just kind of like a depth guy. He'll stay up at linebacker. Deion Jones is a free agent. Trey Anderson will be our middle linebacker. And then Kelvin Fulton, he's a rookie. He did not play a ton. He's a speed rusher, but not a bad pass coverage guy or run stopper at all. I think he's going to stay up at outside linebacker. He's not going to be our starter, though. Still going to be a backup, but potential there. As you see, hidden development, he's actually a 7th round pick. And then, those are the major changes to the defense right here. Obviously, corner's going to look a bit different, but those are the major changes to defense in the linebacker and the defensive line. Obviously, there'll be more as we progress through the offseason. But we're going to review some staff moves just to see if there was anything interesting going on. Head coach, let's see, any guys getting fired. Jaguars fire Doug Peterson, Vikings fire Kevin O'Connell, and Texans fire Lovie Smith. Okay, we'll have to make sure we're not going to fire anything, nothing like that. But advancing to, we're going to go ahead, nope, not going to sim 10 years. We'll just go week by week so we can go see the Pro Bowl rosters if we have any Pro Bowlers. I don't know if we will. And we'll keep jumping ahead to the Pro Bowl just to see if we have any Pro Bowlers. We might. I mean, someone like Drake London could have made the Pro Bowl, I feel. Pro Bowl, here we are. Review Pro Bowl roster. You guys can see as I go through. I'm not going to go list everyone. Damian Purnell, a rookie, only if there's someone like notable like this, like Purnell. I'm going to try to go slowly so you guys can read them all. London not in the Pro Bowl. Not Kyle Pitts. I wonder if we'll have an offensive lineman. Oh, Chris Lindstrom. Here we are. He's our first Pro Bowler. The second right guard. And defensively, I don't think we'll have anybody else. 75 overall Pro Bowler. Aiden Hutchinson is a Pro Bowler. Will we have anyone else? Kay Fulton, that's exactly our guy, except he doesn't play corner. And yep. So Chris Lindstrom, our only Pro Bowler. Tried to go slow so you guys can see it. And we're going to take a look at some college players before the Super Bowl. And I'm just going to go through. I'm not going to go super in-depth in these guys because this isn't scouting. But I mean, I'm going to go over my favorites. So, obviously, these guys aren't in any particular order. If I would order them, we're going to... How do you order? Oh, here we go. A to reorder. Wendell Generals is one of my top targets. Nope. There we go. Marvin Dickinson, left tackle, out of Utah, also one of my top targets. But I don't really remember a ton of these guys. Tyrone Baker, don't really need the position. Gonna remove him. We'll keep these corners on here. Roy Harris is someone interesting. He's a deep threat. Ben Burnett, someone also interesting. Didn't I just move Marvin Dickinson up? I didn't grab hold of him that time. Oh, I have to hold him. Why is that not save? Alright, whatever. We'll just release A to finish. There we go. Let's try that again. Alright, give me 1 second. There we go. Tyrone Baker. Let's try that again. Remove from draft board. And it messed it up. Who are we removing from our draft board? Alright, forget the draft board. But at left tackle, I'm going to talk about real quick. Actually, we'll just go here from favorites. Marvin Dickinson, I think, is going to be our target. Great player. A, awareness and pick block. B, run block and pass block. Good discipline. We'll know more about him athletic-wise after the Combine and Pro Day, but he seems good. Seems like a good player. Stamina's not great. Injury's good, but really seems good. The only concern is he's not a scheme fit for us. He's a power guy, whereas someone like Zach Wheeler is an agile guy. He's a scheme fit. But he's also good. He lacks discipline, though. But is not quite the pass blocker. But a good athlete. And is definitely not a bad, second option. Devontae Forsett out of Miami. Also a power guy. He's good. It seems a lot like Marvin Dickinson. A lot of the same traits, except injury a bit worse, but his stamina is better. And Vince Bonner out of Oregon. He's an agile guy. He's good. Still don't know a ton about him. Well, we know 95%, but it's annoying we don't know pass block. Because I'd consider taking him. Great athlete. Really good athlete for the offensive line. Except strength is solid to good. That's alright. But, injury, okay. Not great, but if we knew pass block was a B, I'd definitely consider him. Then right tackle, Grant Calhoun, we still don't know what his pass block is. If it's A or B. But he's not a great athlete. Not good injury, so I don't know. Grant Calhoun, he's listed as top 5, but still could be a player. I still think I might go take a tackle. A left tackle instead. Alright, here are the corners on my draft board. There's 4 of them right here. Wendell General's corner at Penn State. He's got C-man, B-zone, B-press, B-catching, good discipline. Good athlete, good speed. Obviously, we'll know more about these guys, their athletic profile, as we get further into free agency, stuff like that. But, General seems like a very, very good player. Roy Tyson is listed as the best player. I think Generals is a bit better for us. As you see, Roy Tyson, one, he's really only a man coverage guy with B-man, D-zone, and then lacks discipline. Isn't great. He's a very good athlete, very fast. But, I don't know. I think Generals is the better player for us. Derek Coleman out of Boston College, not bad either. Lacks discipline, though, but seems like a good player. Good athlete. And Tavares Jones. I'm not going to go super in-depth on these guys, as you see. Another player, not a bad backup option, but Wendell Generals is my top target at corner. But those are the guys I wanted to show you. We'll get further into these guys. Not like super in-depth, but we'll take a look at them again throughout the offseason. So, Super Bowl, Buccaneers against the Broncos. As we'll view the updated playoff bracket. The Bengals beat the Steelers in a shootout. The Colts destroyed the Ravens, and the Chiefs easily beat the Bills. Then in the division round of the AFC, the Broncos beat the division rival, the Chiefs. The Bengals lost to the Colts, and then the Broncos beat the Colts to advance to the Super Bowl. Meanwhile, in the NFC, the Packers easily beat the Lions. The Buccaneers snuck past the Cowboys, and the Panthers destroyed the Seahawks. You guys can't see the score, but 38-14. Then the Giants beat the Panthers narrowly by a touchdown. Then the Buccaneers also beat the Packers. And then the Buccaneers beat the Giants in a shootout to advance to the Super Bowl. So let's see who wins the Super Bowl. Will it be the Buccaneers? Will it be the Broncos? Hoping the Broncos win it, as the Buccaneers are a division rival. Simulating the Super Bowl. Oh, I didn't view the awards. I just realized. And it is the Broncos winning the Super Bowl by 18 points. Pretty convincing. Viewing the season recap, Broncos win. Patrick Surtain wins MVP. Aaron Rodgers wins NFL MVP for the regular season. Brian Daboll Coach of the Year. Offensive Player of the Year, Christian McCaffrey. Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett. Rookie of the Year, Offensive is Damian Purnell, Michael Stoudemire. Defensive Tackle, Defensive Rookie of the Year for the Saints. And the Broncos defeat the Buccaneers to win the Super Bowl. Upgrading our players. Just Jordan VC, no idea who this guy is. We'll auto-upgrade him. See if there's any more staff moves. Let's see. Head coaching. Lamont Booker, I don't think is a real person. And he was fired as head coach of the Ravens, hired by the Vikings. Going from one purple team to another. And college players, is there any other guys I really want to show you guys? I'm just going to go take a look at linebacker real quick. Because I'm not afraid to move linebackers around. Like if somebody's a middle linebacker, I'll move him to outside linebacker, especially now that we're in a 4-3. It's a bit different. Linebacker. Left outside linebacker. Run stopper. Ben Burnett, he's on my draft board. Very good player, great tackle. Good zone as well for a run stopper. B-block shedding is not bad. Good athlete. And not the greatest pass rusher, but good cover guy, even for being a run stopper. Seems like a very good player. Tim Waters out of USC. He's not on the draft board, probably for a reason. Solid pass coverage guy, especially if that's could be as high as it can be. He seems like he could be pretty good. An alright athlete. He's very fast, but otherwise not great for the rest of his athletic profile. Middle linebacker, Brandon Haskins. Seems good, lacks discipline. He's a run stopper. Ben Burnett is someone I really have my eye on. And he doesn't go to like the 3rd round, I think. Hold on, let me rewind the stream just so I don't have to go back to him. Ben Burnett is round 2 to 3. And so maybe we grab him in 2nd round, maybe it's the 3rd round. Another run stopper, Jason Adams. C-zone is good. He's a solid athlete, good speed and jumping. Otherwise, decent to solid for everything else. A pretty good cover guy. Injuries a bit concerning at D to F. Is there any middle linebacker I have on my draft board? I don't think so. No, there's not. Alright, and right outside linebacker, Isaac Glover out of Penn State. He's listed as a fit for us. I don't know if that's updated based off now that we don't have an outside linebacker, but he's not the guy we're looking for right now. Let's see. Run stopper, Artsy Basley, West Virginia. Good zone, good pursuit, could be good tackle, good block shedding, good athlete, good cover guy. Can even provide some good pass rush moves on certain blitz packages. Definitely a guy I'm interested in. I'm going to go ahead and remove these two guys from my draft board. And those are just a few linebackers you guys know who I'm targeting. And advancing to the re-sign players week. I don't think we're going to have anything there, because I think we should have brought everyone back. Well, we could get Deion Jones back, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Mock Draft 3 also comes out. And speaking of the draft real quick, I'm considering... Actually, I think what we're going to do is trade, because we have the 3rd pick here. We're not going to go George Neal. But, what we'll do is I think we're going to trade down. So, like, when you look at the guys we're targeting, Marvin Dickinson doesn't go till 7. And who's the other guy? The corner. Wendell Generals, he isn't going until number 30. So, I mean, if we trade down to, like, number 6, then we should also get a 1st rounder from them next year, and we can use them to trade it to, like, the back end of the 1st round. I definitely consider doing that. Also, we'll get a better idea of, as it continues, the draft process and stuff like that. Retirements. Tyrod Taylor, Dustin Hopkins, Adam Thielen, Cam Hayward, Melvin Ingram. I'm only going to name the notable guys. Aaron Rodgers, after 19 seasons. Tom Brady retired after the end of last season for us in our Falcons franchise. Marvin Jones, Graham Gano, Casey Hayward. Okay, so he retires. He's not even a free agent. He instead retires. Wonder if there's anything else for us. Just gonna filter up by us real quick. Falcons, nope, just Casey Hayward. Now I gotta get this back to the NFL. Hold on. Alright, but Casey Hayward, Jason Kelsey, Julio Jones, Marcus Golden, J.J. Watt, Taysom Hill, and looks like just a bunch of free agent guys down here. Patrick Peterson. Yeah, it doesn't really seem like anyone else is on the team. But those are retirements. Aaron Rodgers, Casey Hayward for us as well. And players ready to negotiate, we can negotiate with them one last time. Isaiah Likely. I forgot he was a free agent. But I don't think we're going to bring him back. Deion Jones, we can only franchise tag. I don't think we're going to bring him back, at least on the franchise tag teams. I don't know exactly what it is. The franchise tag price for a linebacker right now in this game. But the rest of these guys not going to bring back. Jalen Hawkins I'd consider over like a 1-year deal. Team friendly. We'll knock this up to like 700. He'd like to play for a new team. Okay. Marlon Davidson doesn't need to come back. Rashard Higgins, will he come back? Again, we'll go like a 1-year deal. Just not interested in signing. Okay. And Isaiah Likely, he's not very interested, but let's see. He wants somebody where we've got a mentor. We're an underdog still, but I mean that could very well change. Team friendly. Let's bump this up. He's young. We'll go like this. I don't think he accepts that. Just not interested once again. Okay. So now, not gonna franchise tag anyone. And staff still only 8 staff points. So now heading to free agency, let's view the roster. We are looking for a wide receiver, as Bryan Edwards is set to leave. A wide receiver. They messed up our depth chart, by the way. But we're looking for a receiver or 2. Linebackers, whether they'll come by the Fulton with normal development. Wait a minute. Why did he have hidden development before? Now he's got normal. Did some of these like change already? But I don't see any major, really any development trait changes offensively. I forgot they changed in the offseason. But no other changes. Yeah, I don't see any. For development traits. But advancing to free agency. So let's see who free agents are and if we're going to sign any of them. See combine results. We'll view those first. Only for some of our key players, like someone like left tackle Marvin Dickinson. He is a solid athlete, okay. Alright. Zach Bueller, I'd expect him to be pretty athletic for the offensive line. See, among best in left tackles. Devontae Forsett would somewhere like Marvin Dickinson. A bit better, but I still think Marvin Dickinson's my top target. And Vince Bonner. Fast. 4.89, second fastest left tackle. Very athletic for Bonner. But I think Marvin Dickinson's still going to be our guy. Grant Calhoun is a guy that wasn't overly athletic, Let's take a look at him. He really not that athletic. As we see here, an okay combine, nothing crazy for Calhoun. Ben Burnett out of Florida State. Let's take a look at him. He seems pretty athletic. Very fast. Ran a 4.56 fastest among left outside linebackers. Not the strongest guy in the world, but otherwise pretty athletic player, especially compared to the rest of the class. No middle linebackers on my draft board. Right outside linebackers. Archie Basley. Let's take a look at him in terms of his athletic profile. Good athlete. Ran a 4.60. Another fast player. Very athletic. But and then Wendell Generals is my main corner target, so we'll only take a look at him. We'll view the others before we draft them. Fast, ran a 4.44. Strong for a corner, 6th strongest corner in terms of bench press. Pretty good for our guys we're targeting, I would definitely say. Okay, so signing free agents. Let's see. Who is a free agent? Tristan Wirfs. Interesting. Not interested, though. Justin Herbert is a free agent. Mike Evans. Cam Akers is interested. I don't really think we're going to bring him back. G.W. Wuzier, Bobby Wagner, Noah Fant, Tyler Boyd. Maybe we bring in Tyler Boyd. He's not interested, though. Xavier McKinney. He's got X Factor? Wow. Fletcher Cox, Antonio Gibson, Deion Jones. There he is. Bryce Hall. He's actually pretty interested. He's good, though. 82 overall superstar development. Maybe we'll bring him in. I'm not sure. Isaiah Simmons, James Bradbury, Jadeveon Clowney. Let's see. Who is the most interested in our team? Chase Edmonds. Alright, yeah, we're not going to bring him in. Tyler Higbee is interested. I don't know if he still knows we have Kyle Pitts. Don't need a punter. Bryce Hall is someone I'm considering. Kenyon Drake, don't really need a running back. Xavier McKinney's interested. He's a player I want because I'm a Giants fan. I love him as a player. But we don't need a safety. Jedrick Willis, he's interested. He's going to be pretty expensive, though. We have cap room, $132 million, though. Not afraid to spend some money. Deion Jones, interested. Now we're getting into guys who really aren't interested. Alright, so let's see. Receiver. Is there anyone interested that is not just really bad? And I'd like somebody who's not like... I'd like somebody 75 plus overall. Braxton Berrios just not necessarily someone I'm that interested in. Richie James is... He's interesting. Let's see. Mike Evans, definitely the best receiver. Brandon Ayuk's another player I'd be interested in. Darnell Mooney, a free agent. Aren't these guys truly elite players? I'd consider Richie James. We'll offer him. Gonna knock this down to $1 million. Make that offer. It's about halfway. Let's see. What his thoughts are after this free agency rounder stage. Is that what they call it? Joe Noteboom is not that great. I prefer better at left tackle. Is there anyone that interested at left tackle? Noteboom. Willis is interested. He's going to be expensive, though. Do we bring him in? We're a big market. We don't have historic championships, and he's pretty close to his home. I like to start off with team friendly and then adjust, so we're going to go 6.5, 7 was pretty interested, so we'll go. You know, we're going to go the exact team friendly. And if he accepts, great. If he doesn't accept, not the end of the world. Not the greatest offer for him, but I don't want to overpay for some of these guys. It's not the end of the world if we don't get them. We don't need anyone on the interior. Right tackle. Tristan Wirfs is a player I really want, but he's going to be so expensive. Do we find a tackle that's good? The best right tackle is... It's a big drop-off. 20 overall. Brian DeGola, too old, not going to bring in. He's not even interested in us anymore. Yeah, not going to bring in any of these right tackles. Not going to offer worse. Just going to be way too expensive. Left end. We could use a depth piece. But I don't necessarily know if we'll go sign someone. Like, we could use someone as depth behind the guys we just moved. Marlon Davidson I consider bring back, but he's not great. He's 71 overall. Defensive tackle, really don't need. Justin Jones is interesting. Not going to bring him in, though. Jonathan Grenard, 79 overall is a bit high. I mean, he's not going to start for us, but maybe he could. Frank Clark, a bit too old. Not going to bring him in. I'm not sure if we're going to bring any of these guys in. If you guys have any thoughts, make sure to let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your feedback. Middle linebackers. Is there any linebackers interested? Deion Jones. Should we bring him back for like a 2-year deal? Now, how does this... When you change the years, how does it impact it? I don't understand how you're supposed to change this offer. You change the years. I don't know if this is going to be overpaying, underpaying. Well, he's expecting $8 million a year. He's getting... Yeah, this is... Yeah, he's not going to want this. Not going to even offer him. Wait a minute. Oh. Here we are. Trying to go to interest. Let's see. Is there anyone who's decent that we could bring in that's interested? It's filtering by overall again. Isaiah Simmons is a player very interesting. He's just not interested. Eric Wilson, I don't really think so. Right outside linebacker that are interested. Don't really think anyone's super interested that we'd be interested in. I mean, it's not a great right outside linebacker class, or whatever you call it, group of free agents. Yeah, no real great players here. Corner. Do we bring in any corners? Bryce Hall is a player so interesting. He's 26 years old, 82 overall, superstar development. Interested. No, team friendly. We'll tweak this a bit. We're going to offer that to him. Maybe we'll tweak that a bit and make it a bit better of an offer. The superstar development is an offer that... The superstar development is extremely interesting. We'll offer that to him, actually. It's just something that makes it so intriguing. Let's see. So, we've targeted Jedrick Willis, Breece Hall, and Richie James. I think we'll go after another wide receiver. Just in case we don't get James. I mean, it's not... We're going to throw an offer at Tyler Boyd. Why not? I mean, the worst he says is no. Just really not interested. We'll send him that offer, but I don't think he's going to accept that. Quez Watkins, a player that could really stretch the field. Is he the fastest overall free agent? At 98 speed? He is. I don't know. And then right tackle, Tristan Wirfs. Should we just throw him an offer just for the fun of it? I mean, I'm not going to go spend a ton of money to bring him in. He's not even interested. We're not going to even make him an offer. Do we go after someone, a depth guy, like a Dean Lowry, maybe? For like a year or two? Dean Lowry, maybe. We'll throw him an offer. William Golston, maybe. I think we're going to throw an offer. It's going to be like a year or two at Dean Lowry. Oh, no, not 7 years. Whoops, did not mean to tweak that. Team friendly. Knock this up to 3, that down to 3.6. Thinks it's okay offer. Now we're maxed out here. So we're going to go sim to our second free agency. See if anyone accepts our offer. I don't think we'll get a ton of guys. No way we go 5 for 5, I can tell you that. And we also got mock draft 4. Well, let's just see if we got anybody first. Let's see. Our signings. Bryce Hall. We got Bryce Hall. Okay. Interesting. Now, how does that affect our move to go after Wendell Generals? Maybe we don't go get him. Maybe we do. I don't know. Tyler Boyd. We are his top offer. We're all these guys' top offers. Wait, didn't we go after 4 guys? I mean 5. Jedrick Willis goes to Titans. Okay. All available. Let's see. Oh, I'm filtered by left tackle. The best player is still Tristan Wirfs. Justin Herbert is so it's so fascinating the Chargers just let him get here. Why does this man want $50 million a year? Whoa. He wants $46.1 million a year. Is there any other big quarterbacks that are asking for absurd amounts of money? Jalen Hurts is here. We don't need a backup quarterback, so I'm just browsing the quarterbacks to see if there's anyone interesting. We don't need a running back. A.J. Dillon's fascinating, though. He's a very powerful guy. Receiver. Do we go after another wide receiver? Brian Edwards, not interested. Braxton Berrios, no. Let's see. Dante Pettis or Ray McLeod. Do we go after one of those? I'll throw a small offer at McLeod. Still got the offer for Tyler Boyd and Richie James, so. What's the eval period? Oh, here. Eval periods allow contract offers to be signed without having to advance to a free agency stage when triggered. Okay. Interesting. Let's see. Do we go after anyone else? Tackles aren't really that good. Linebacker. Middle linebacker. I'd not be afraid to move to outside linebacker. So Perriman's a bit old. I'd like a bit better. I'd like someone like Isaiah Simmons. I've got over $100 million, so why not? As I said, I always start with team friendly. We'll throw the offer at him. And I think that's going to be it for free agency stage 2. We'll view some pro day results. See how some of the players we're targeting did at their pro days. Marvin Dickinson. very, very similar. Numbers slightly better at his pro day for everything. Oop, that's Dickinson again. Zach Wheeler, let's see. Numbers are very similar. Like the Combine and Pro Day, you're going to get very similar results. Not really. We saw some guys with the Combine, not going to go into the Pro Day that much. But, Mock Draft 4, that's the other thing. So let's see, Mock Draft 4, we're still going to go George Neal according to the Mock Draft. We're not going to take him. And Marvin Dickinson now falls down the board to... Did I pass him up? He falls down the board to 24. And Wendell General still goes 30 to the Giants. But now that we got Bryce Hall, I don't know if we're going to go get Wendell Generals. Do the top 5 remain the same? Yeah, the top 5, no, does not remain the same. Trainer and McKinley swapped out for the Jaguars. Let's see. Is there any other free agents that I really want? I don't know. We've targeted Tyler Boyd, Isaiah Simmons, not even close on him. Richie James, Dean Lowry, Ray McLeod. So, we're going to go sim to the next stage of free agency, the final stage of free agency, and see if any of these guys accept their offers. Let's see. 5th-year options. Okay, we do have that. We'll do that here. Oh, Kyle Pitts expires next year. Yes, he's in our long-term plans. Yes, we'll pick up his 5th-year option. Alright, so we picked up the 5th-year option of Kyle Pitts. Last year we picked up the 5th-year option of AJ Terrell. Let's see, Tristan Wirfs also going to the Titans? These guys are going to have an unstoppable offensive line. Justin Herbert asking for $46 million a year. Tyler Boyd! We got Tyler Boyd! No way! I'm just scrolling to see who's... Deion Jones to the Ravens. Got Bryce Hall. Alright, let's go to our targets. We got Lowry as well, and Tyler Boyd. Wow. That's so big that we get Tyler Boyd. Wow. He's really a big player for us. Justin Herbert sitting here asking for $321 million and $46 million a year is so strange. So no more receivers. Linebacker. I want to get a linebacker in free agency. We don't have to, but I'd prefer to get one. These guys aren't great. It's not a great linebacker group. I don't know Charles Harris. Is he... What type of... Is he his player card? He is a power rusher. Not a guy we want. Terrell Lewis? Speed rusher. Yeah, I don't really think we're going to target a linebacker. I wanted to, but, I mean, just no one really interested. Still guys interested that are available. I don't think we'll target any, or try to go after any of these guys. Yeah, not gonna bring any of these guys in. Yeah. Not gonna do that. Alright, so that's free agency. So we will advance to the free agency recap and then the draft. Free agency recap is going to be, let's see, I don't really know what to do here. I don't remember from our last time. Oh, scouting, that's right. I feel like there used to be 2 of these. Did I pass it up? No, I didn't. Let's see if there's any draft stories. No combine for Denzel Dunbar, Oregon tight end, after injury setback. Really no one we're interested in drafting. Is there any names we're gonna go after here? Don't think so. Okay, scouting private workouts. So let's see. Who are we gonna go after in these workouts? Should we go? We don't need to know anything about Marvin Dickinson. Should we go? I almost just want to use one of them on. No, you know, we're not going to take Grant Calhoun. I was going to say, I might just want to use one on Grant Calhoun just to see what his rating there is. Alright, players we're considering taking. Who do we need now? We still need linebackers. Oh, I'm going to have to scroll down the board for some of these guys. I'll still take a corner because Archie Basley is a guy targeting. Brandon Haskins, we'll take a look at his scouting card. Pretty athletic for the most part. Okay, is there any other middle linebackers? Don't need safety. Let's see. Ben Burnett. Who's the other guy? Archie Basley, and let's see, who's our third guy going to be? I'd like to look at middle linebacker. Marcus Reynolds out of Washington State. Let's take a look at him. Could be good. Not that fast. Not strong. Not a pass rusher at all. Could be good. I don't want to do only linebackers, though. Maybe Jason Adams, a middle linebacker? I mean, I just said I don't want to do only linebackers. You know, we're going to do only linebacker. Because I feel like... we're in a really good position after we got corner. Jason Adams. Ben Burnett. And who's the other guy? Archie Basley. Those are our 3. All linebackers, but I mean, don't really need anything else. We'll confirm those. Middle linebacker Jason Adams, left outside linebacker Ben Burnett, and right outside linebacker Archie Basley. Archie Basley. Sorry. We'll confirm those, so now they should be 100%, or not necessarily, because they weren't 95% scouted, but... Mock draft 5, let's see. Where's Marvin Dickinson going here? Now Ben Burnett jumps up to number 3? What? We were going George Neal, okay. Because we signed Dean Lowry? He's a 75 overall. Or this stuff makes no sense. Ben Burnett goes there. Grant Calhoun goes there. Trying to see if there's any other guys we targeted. Or, not necessarily targeted, but are looking at, I should say. Marvin Dickinson stays at 24. Okay, but now why do they have to be so ridiculous and have Ben Burnett, a guy going around 2 to 3, going at number 3 overall? Now, if we don't take him, where the heck is he going? Oh, man, this is so annoying. Alright, I think it's going to be Marvin Dickinson. We'll probably trade down for him. View free agency recap. Oh, the Lions signed Justin Herbert. At 7 years, $180 million salary. How much money did the Titans have? Mike Evans signs a 3-year deal. Tristan Wirfs signs a 5-year deal. And the other tackle, I forget his name. We got Tyler Boyd, Brandon Ayuk goes to the Chiefs, Xavier McKinney also goes to the Lions. Fletcher Cox to the Colts, Antonio Gibson to the Packers. Jedrick Wills, he was the other guy. Goes to the Titans. Deion Jones, our former guy, goes to the Ravens. Bryce Hall comes to Atlanta. Isaiah Simmons goes to Denver. Just going through to see if there's any notable guys still here. Like free agents. Curtis Samuel still. Brian Edwards still a free agent. Okay. Some good players still not free agents. Or still free agents, I should say. Okay. I just find it so cool to see where players go and stuff like that. But, alright, so here's the roster after free agency. Okay. Drake London is still our number 1 wide receiver. He will play over Tyler Boyd. I mean, you don't just play one wide receiver at a time. Our offensive line's all messed up because we got no right tackle. That will be taken care of. Sean Evans will slide back to right tackle after we draft Marvin Dickinson to play the left tackle spot. Then we've got Richie James, Ray McLeod, Marcus Robinson. Defensively, still need linebackers. But we've got 2 superstar development corners. So now I don't know if we still take a corner. Justin Coleman's getting older. Wait a minute. Alright, we'll have to fix all this, but D'Angelo Malone's going to play over Dean Lowry. And we're looking for linebackers in the draft. So advancing to the 2024 NFL Draft. Let's see what we're going to do. I don't know when Ben Burnett is going to go, who's now going number 3 overall. I mean, who really knows at this point? Start the NFL Draft. Number 1 overall, the Texans, they're going to go the quarterback. I forget who exactly it was. Alright, I just like to have the draft pause. I don't like that clock running. But, skip ahead. Next pick. They go Andrew Parson, quarterback out of Alcorn State. The Vikings at number 2. Also going to go quarterback, I believe. There it is. Arnold Nelson out of Jacksonville State. Now we're on the clock. What do? We somehow have the 3rd pick, even though we went 5 and 12. I think we're going to trade our pick. Review offers. I think we'll trade down. Is someone going to offer us first this year and next year is what I'm really interested for. No. Oh, here it is. Here it is. It's the Colts. Pick 29, though. We might have to trade up from there. It's the Colts. They're going to give us both first rounders. 20. Well, because they have to come up a lot. But they're going to give us the 29th pick and then their first next year. They're the only team to do that, I believe. Here's 1, 2. That's... here's the first next year and a 3rd this year. That was the Vikings. Why are the Vikings interested in back-to-back picks? Alright, maybe there's someone they really like. It might be the Colts. Or maybe we'll manually trade down. You know what? We're going to make our selection. We're going to pick a player but not actually pick a player. We're going to view Ben Burnett. I really just messed up the way I was going, but it doesn't really matter. Ben Burnett, round 2 to 3, talent round 1 to 2. That's interesting. He's now 100% scouted. I'm not going to draft him here, no chance. Very, very good player. And then, who are the other guys we used it on? Oh, here we go. Jason Adams, also talent round 1 to 2. And the other guy was Archie Basley, round 1 to 2. Talent we don't know because he's not 100% scouted. Still seems like a good player, though. Alright, so Ben Burnett. Who are the other teams that could go after him? Ben Burnett. The Dolphins, the Commanders, the Chiefs. What is the draft order? Dolphins, Commanders, Chiefs. Gotta remember that. The Dolphins. Can we view, like, the draft order somehow? I don't know if that's possible. I mean, we could just go Trade Center. Dolphins, Commanders, Chiefs. Gotta remember that. Manual trade. Commanders. Pick 9. Dolphins, pick 10. Let me guess, the Chiefs pick 11. No, they made the playoffs, though. And the Chiefs, I passed them up. That's the Colts. There's the Chiefs. They pick 25. So what if we trade down to, like, oh, Marvin Dickinson as well. I gotta remember that. There's no way the Commanders are gonna go pick him at 9, right? Or at 3 if we were to trade. Who's got, like, the 13th pick? Let's see. The Eagles pick 8, 14 with the 49ers. They pick 4, 7, 20, 28, 26, 17, 5, 11, 16, 19, 21, 12. Texans at 12. I don't know. Let's see. 6, 27, 24, 32, 31. Do you guys see what I just did? What I had to go through? 13. I said exactly who has picked 13, and the Cardinals. I had to go through 30 of the 32 NFL teams to get to the 13th overall pick. Alright. Pick 13. Pick 3. Obviously, they'll accept that, so we will... Can we get their first next year as well? Let's see. Can we do that? Oh, that's so close. Then we'll have some leverage. We can trade with a pick, with one of their picks next year as well. I don't know if a 7th will be enough. Will 7th be enough? I don't think so. I don't even know if it moved. Okay. We'll take the 7th out. Let's put in the 5th. Oh, you've got to be kidding. Okay, let's try this 7th again. Pick 199. Please go through. There we are. We got 2 first-round picks. Pick 13 and a first next year for pick 3. The Cardinals are now on the clock. And they go David Jones, linebacker out of Ohio State. Jaguars, they go Denzel McKinley, left end out of UCLA. The Raiders at number 5, C.J. Lucas, quarterback out of UMass, Heisman winner. The Bears at 6, they go Grant Calhoun, right tackle. The Jets at 7, go Jelani Barnett. When I saw B and then ended something similar to Burnett, I got so scared that they just took Ben Burnett, but they didn't. Alright, Eagles at number 8, Warren Trainer out of Kansas. Commanders at 9. No! What? They go Marvin Dickinson? Oh, man. Dang it. Alright, the Dolphins at 10. I wish you could see the mock drafts while you're in the draft. Marvin Dickinson now off the board. Left tackle. Zach Wheeler, are you good? Lacks discipline. Vince Bonner's down the board for some reason. What is it? I'm so nervous about Vince Bonner. He seems so good. He's very athletic. Seems like a great player. Injury, is it? Is he constantly on the IR? Like, what is it? Devontae Forsett? Is he good? Marvin Dickinson was my true target. Is that right? Do we go Vince Bonner? Do we go Devontae Forsett? Do we go Zach Wheeler? What do we do? Let me know in the comments. Nathan Rodgers is not on my draft board for a reason, and you see it there. D pass block, C run block. Zach Wheeler. Browns and 49ers. Also along with us. Seems like they're going to be the teams. Browns and 49ers. No one picks between us. The 49ers pick right after us, but I can't believe they went Marvin Dickinson. Alright, we'll go to our pick. They go Calvin Nowak, the Dolphins. They go Tyrone Baker, the Rams. 12, the Texans. They go Craig Mims. Now we have our option. I don't know if I want the option here. Make our selection. We're going to pick a player. It's going to be a left tackle. Is it Zach Wheeler? I worry about the discipline. Pass blocks are right. Vince Bonner is a player I like. I don't know why he's so far down the board, though. Forsett's very good. Pretty good athlete as well. There's got to be a reason. Devontae Forsett, is he the player we pick here? Injury is worrisome. Let's see. Vince Bonner. He seems like a great player. Very athletic. Injury, though. I mean, I'm sure we could deal with that. It would definitely be a reach here to go round 2 to 3. I just feel like he's a really good player. Forsett, also not great injury, though. Do we go Devontae Forsett? This is a big decision. I mean, it's so hard right here. We're going to go... If Zach Wheeler had good discipline, I'd 100% take him. Now, I just don't want him to be like Jake Matthews, who, if you guys recall in Season 1, was just so bad for us, wasn't even good. Got a holding penalty every time we got a big play. I don't want that again. Injuries concerning. How is he compared to Vince Bonner? Or no, I've checked their player cards like 15 times at this point. I think Bonner might be the better player. Well, run block power is not great. We're going to go Devontae Forsett. Please be good. Hidden development at least. Hidden development. 86 strength. 70 speed. 70 jumping. 59 change of direction. 80 acceleration. 68 agility. Okay. I feel like Marvin Dixon was a player we really missed out on. Skip ahead. Next pick. They go George Neal to Boston College. Chargers. Denzel Dunbar of Oregon. There is Mark Scott, quarterback at K-State. Roy Tyson, corner, off the board to the Patriots. The Titans, great free agency that they keep it up. They go quarterback, Tim Hartwig. Who are the targets for Ben Burnett? It was the 49ers and the Commanders? No. Hold on, let me view the draft board. Talent round 1 to 2. 49ers and Commanders. Should we try to trade in front of them? No, Dolphins and Commanders. I don't want to miss out on him just like we did Marvin Dixon. There's Zach Thomas out of Notre Dame. There's Nick Gaddis out of Miami. I don't think he fits the Steelers' scheme because TJ Watt plays outside linebacker. They go outside linebacker. They go Isaac Glover. All right. We're making a trade. We're getting Ben Burnett. Manage roster. Ravens, pick 22. We're going to make a trade with the Ravens. For their 22nd... That's not the Ravens. 22nd overall pick. Will they just accept it straight up for the Cardinals next year? Probably not, because it's pick 32. Will they accept that straight up? Not even close. Okay. What if we also go... Well, I don't want to give away too many middle round picks. And then a third next year? Let's try that. That's good to go. Okay, might have overpaid there. Don't know if I did, but we got the pick. We're going to get Ben Burnett here. Make your selection. This is 100% Ben Burnett. Not a doubt about it. A lot of going back and forth in that previous pick. Ben Burnett is the pick. Welcome to the Atlanta Falcons. Normal development. Why do all the really good players we pick have normal dev? Will Donaldson, Sean Edmonds. I mean, come on. But a 76 strength, 85 speed, 84 jumping, 76 change of direction, 78 agility, 89 acceleration. Okay. And we'll go view pick by pick to the end of the first round, and then we'll go to user pick. Max Morant of Oregon goes there. There's the Bengals. They go to Tavares Jones corner. Zach Wheeler off the board to the Packers. The Colts, they go Terrell Sutton out of Virginia. Chris Mann goes to the Giants. The Bucks, they go Wendell Generals. And the Broncos, to close out round 1, go Raheem Ingram, strong safety to Washington. We'll just keep going pick by pick to our pick. Joey Lowery, defensive tackle out of UCF to the Texans. The Vikings, they go Nathan Rodgers. And we are on the board yet again. So, do we go another linebacker? I don't want to just only draft linebackers, but I mean, I feel like we really need them. Middle linebacker, Jason Adams, round 1 to 2. Seems like a very good player, pretty athletic. Can even provide some solid pass rush moves from the inside. Jason Adams, you know what, Basley was a round 1 to 2 guy. And I think he might be the more likely to go higher, because he's round 1 to 2 projection instead of talent. I know talent matters, but teams who haven't fully scouted them are going to go projection, so we'll go Archie Basley. Hidden development, there we go. 90 acceleration, 85 speed, 80 agility. Why am I going in such a weird order? 80 agility, 77 change of direction, 79 jumping, 85 speed, 79 strength. Hidden development. Great pick there, I feel. Now we're going to go next user pick. CJ Gordon at a K-State, last player off the board. Round 3. Is Jason Adams still here? Or, I think that was who it was that we're targeting. Wait, we've gotten 2 linebackers. We don't need a third here. He's not even here. Okay. So now it's time to do some exploring. Who could we use? Not a quarterback. And who's also good? Who could go here? Receivers, we don't really need anymore. Could we use someone as a depth piece? Could we go draft a corner? Damon Goodwin out of Texas Tech. Let's see. Do we draft a corner anyway? Let's see. I know I could just view these key ratings from the side. So let's see. Should we go someone like... Braden Hawkins is only a zone. He's a D-man. Is he athletic? Let's see. Yes. Very athletic. Very fast. Should we go Braden Hawkins and draft a corner? I'm trying to think. What other... Can we view our roster in the middle of a draft? Updated roster? Adjust lineup. I don't think these rookies will be in here yet. They're not. Offensively, we're good. Defensively, taking care of linebacker. I don't really think we need anyone else, but we still have a draft to complete. Oh, whoa, we don't pick till the 7th round, so we better get this pick. Alright, yeah, we're taking a corner. Corner. We're going to go Braden Hawkins. Normal dev, but a 90 speed, 96 jumping, 87 change of direction, 87 agility, 91 acceleration, and 69 strength. Very good, I feel. Skip ahead, we'll go to next user pick. All the way, round 7, pick 3. That's going to be 195 overall. And we are on the clock here. Who should we pick in our final pick of the draft? Playmaker receiver is still here. Got a playmaker seat. F catching traffic. Ran a 4.37 at his pro day. If I'm going to go receiver, I'd like him to be fast. I don't know if we will. Josh Sharp, Ohio State receiver here. This one's a bit better. Ran a 4.31. Charles Haynes, let's see. Is he fast? He ran a 4.30 at his pro day. Okay, these receivers just have blazing speed. Let's see. Christian Whitley, are you even faster? No, you're not. I think we're going to take a chance on one of these deep threats and hope they pan out. Was this guy the guy I just looked at? Well, deep threat. How good is he compared to the other guy? Seems a bit better. Skill-wise, not a great route runner. Could be okay as a depth piece. We're going to take him. 94 speed, 94 acceleration, normal dev, 56 strength, 89 jumping, 82 change of direction, 90 agility. And that is our draft. We have no remaining picks. We will advance to the end of the draft. Simulating the 2024 draft. And draft recap. Let's see. I always love viewing these draft recaps. The best player. How did we only draft a 74 overall? Both our linebackers were 74. Falcons at 70 is not bad. And Haynes 69 overall. At pick 195 is not bad. Forsett only 73. The best player in the class was 78 Roy Harris. Grant Calhoun at 77. Wendell Generals was a 75 overall. 93 speed, 94 acceleration. Let's see. Who am I looking for? Nope, that's Ben Burnett. Oh, Vince Bonner was a 74 overall, so a bit better. Can we filter by, like, left tackle? Alright, we're gonna have to go here to left tackle. I don't remember who he was picked by. So let's go to left tackle. Give me a second. Alright, we made it. Left tackle. Zach Wheeler is 72 overall. Marvin Dixon only 73 overall. We got a better player. No, he's 72 we got. Vince Bonner, player really good, seems. Forsett 73. Tied with Marvin Dixon. I'll take it. Solid draft for us. They should have him in the roster now, right? Yes. Okay. We'll switch these tackles around. Will you please stop messing up our depth chart? Oh, did not mean to click on Trey Sermon. He's on our practice squad. I don't know how 77 overall backs on our practice squad, but I mean, Trey Sermon found a way, so. Defense here, we've got Burnett, Basley, Anderson. And the defensive line's also messed up. Otherwise, we're good. Well, specialists, let's see. Slot corner, going to be Justin Coleman. Edge players are still correct. Slot receiver is Isaiah McKenzie still. Okay, that should be good. And we're also going to just sim the preseason. Last season, advanced one here. I played the preseason in its whole episode. I'm not going to do that this time. Just don't really feel like playing the preseason. No point in it, I feel, in playing the preseason. As you see, we're in the preseason now here, but I'm going to just sim the preseason. We're going to sim week by week so we can manually cut players. But, rosters. We're going to have to edit a few players and make them the correct position. I don't know why I'm going this way. You know, why am I going that way? Left tackle. Sean Edmonds is going to go back over to his natural right tackle position. Right tackle there for Sean Edmonds. We'll save those changes. I believe everything else should be good offensively. There's Ebikadi. And then we're going to have to fix some stuff in the depth chart. Yeah, everything else is good. See, nobody on our practice squad now because we signed everybody. But, we should be good. We'll have to go to the depth chart here to organize a few things. So we need a left tackle. First, running back. Algier, McKenzie, Sermon, Breida. Alright, that's right. Fullback. I guess Sermon will be our fullback. Receiver, Drake London, Tyler Boyd, Richie James, Marcus Robinson, Ray McLeod, Wladimir Zacchaeus. He's still on our team. I don't even remember re-signing him. This guy doesn't even play, but he's got 94 speed. Is interesting. Tight end is good. Left tackle, Delonte Forsett. Backup left tackle is Sean Edmonds. And if Edmonds can't go in at left tackle, it will be Jalen Mayfield. Left guard is Ant Manning, then Jalen Mayfield, and then Colby Young. Center, Matt Hennessy, then Drew Dahlman, then Colby Young. Right guard, Chris Lindstrom, then Jalen Mayfield. He's kind of like an all-over player for us. Like, just utility offensive lineman backup guy. And then Edmonds, that is correct. Left end, Ebikadi, then Lowry, then whoever this guy is. I really have no idea how to say his name. Right end. How did they mess this up that badly? You put a right end at the top of the right end position. I mean, how do you mess that up? And then, that is correct. Tackle, defensive tackle, Desmond Walden will play left to me Horn. Left outside linebacker, Ben Burnett, then whoever this guy is. Again, I don't know how to say his name. Up the middle, that's correct. And on the right side, that is also correct. Corner, Terrell, then Bryce Hall, Oliver, Justin Coleman, Thomas Graham, Braden Hawkins, the rookie. You can't do stuff like that, but he's not going to see a whole ton of playing time. Safeties are correct. Punter correct. Kick returner. It was Isaiah McKenzie. It's going to continue to be Isaiah McKenzie. Punt returner, same thing. Was Isaiah McKenzie. It will continue to be Isaiah McKenzie. Third down back is going to be Isaiah McKenzie. There we go. Power back, Algier, then Breida, then Sermon. Slot receiver is going to be Isaiah McKenzie. Then rush left end is Arnold Ebiketie. Rush right end is D'Angelo Malone. He's also going to be followed by Dean Lowry. Tackle is... Rush D tackle is going to be Grady Jarrett, Eric Kendricks, and then Desmond Walden. Sub linebacker Troy Anderson, then Ben Burnett, then Michael Walker. It is not going to be him, it's going to be Artsy Basley. Slot corner will be Justin Coleman, then Isaiah Oliver, and then go the rookie Braden Hawkins. So that is the depth chart. I feel a really, really good team. A team I don't know how we will not make the playoffs with this team. We're going to advance by the weeks to the preseason bye week to cut some players. We play the Carolina Panthers in Carolina the first week of the season. And make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss that. Training camp standout, also just so you don't miss these things. But training camp standout, let's see, who's standing out at training camp? It is Arnold Ebiketie, same as last year. He's going to get pass rush moves. He's definitely going to find himself in pass rush packages this year. He's shown that he's improving and can become a threat to get to the quarterback. Arnold Ebiketie received +3 power moves and finesse moves. That's pretty big. He was also a training camp breakout last season as well. Upgrading players. Sean Edmonds, Eric Kendricks, 2 second-year players. Going to go Agile for Edmonds. And he gets +1 pass block, +1 strength, +2 run block finesse. And Eric Kendricks, power rusher, is our second defensive tackle. Gets +2 power moves and +2 awareness. And advancing to next week, we're going to have to cut some players. Cut 11 players. We're at 81 overall right now. Now, I would also move players to our practice squad. Like, you could just move them to the practice squad instead of cutting them. See, who do they recommend cutting? Demarcus Robinson, no. I'm not going to cut some of these. Like Justin Coleman. He's our starting nickelback. We'll move you to our practice squad. You to our practice squad. Practice squad. Practice squad. Oh, can't move him to our practice squad. We'll just cut him. He's our 4th tight end. CJ Fowler, practice squad. Jordan Vesey, cut. Cut. Avery Williams. Why could we not move him to our practice squad last? Why would we move him to our practice squad last time? Not this time. We'll cut him. How many players do we need? What do we need to cut now? Still 2 players? Okay. Desmond Walden, we will not be cutting. Frank Darby, we will be cutting. Rodney Smith, we will also release. Alright, and week 1, Carolina, actually, we'll upgrade the staff first. We'll view the talent tree. And it is going to be, let's see, what is down here? Mistakes, nope, not going to do that. I don't ever really see firing coordinators. Let's see, what's here? I'm not gonna do that at the moment. Let's see, what's down here for the defensive coordinator? Strength. Or we could go player personnel. You know, we'll go here for spend 16 there. Then we can just spend some right there. And those are our staff upgrades. So, advancing to next week, week 1, against the Carolina Panthers, which will obviously be next episode of Falcons franchise. But, I hope you guys enjoyed this off-season stream. But, we've got several things to do next week. Season goal, camp standout, hire and assign scouts, lots of things to do. But, first, just after the off-season, this is what the lineup looks like. Will Donaldson at 76 overall quarterback. Then Tyrell Algier is our running back. Receiver, we brought in a big-name receiver in Tyler Boyd. Devontae Forsett, rookie. Young offensive line, but could be good offensive line. Obviously got Kyle Pitts, tremendous tight end. Defensively, a lot of changes were made defensively. Brought in some linebackers, moved to a 4-3. And this is the team I truly feel can contend for a Super Bowl. If everything goes according to plan. No injuries, anything like that. But as long as we got no injuries, I don't decide I'm going to throw the ball right to defenders, anything like that. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, turn on notifications to almost any of their upcoming videos. Or week 1. I mean, you just watched the offseason, which want to see how the team continues to progress. But thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, turn on notifications. I do my best to post as often as possible. Check out my main channel, link in the description of this video. Super Sports Central. I do my best to post as often as possible, and I will see you in the next video. Hold on. Let me just get this stream off now. Alright, so you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you guys for joining me today, and I will see you in the next video.